Hey everybody, we're back, and we have ourselves a haul video, and we got a little mix of everything here. A couple of trades. I stopped at a new comic shop over this past weekend, and I'll tell you guys about that. A book I got from Midtown, and some pretty cool things that I found at my usual shop that I go to. And I'm trying to adjust this because every time I go to watch my videos back, and you guys have seen it, there's like this black space around my screen, so I'm trying to make sure I don't have that this time. So we'll start with, and it's snowing again today. We got another foot of snow almost out there today, so just came back from snow shoveling again like I did in my last video. So we'll start with this books that I got in trade. And let me just get something to put them in. So the first trade that I made is with fellow YouTuber Tony Why Not Art. A lot of you guys know him. And Tony sent me a little mix grouping of books, a lot of independent stuff. This is a book I was glad he sent me. It's actually in better shape than the one I have. Dreadstar #1. And Dreadstar finally got picked up, I think, for TV show or a movie, I forgot which, but there was talk about almost a year ago, and then the news broke a couple weeks ago that it finally did get picked up. He also sent me Archer and Armstrong, and he's always trying to get me into the independent stuff. Because he's a big independent guy, as is Scott X 1307. And see, there's that stupid black thing again. Alright, Archer and Armstrong. He sent me Red Sonja kind of tie-in book. Prophecy, book 2. I have one of the other books from this story, so I'll have to pick up the other ones. This was a book I was glad to get. Adventures into Fear 25 with Morbius. A book that I don't know anything about called Scout, and the only reason why I've heard of this book is from Scott X 1307. It's one of the books that he's collecting. When he and I first started trading, he had mentioned this book. And the last independent book he sent me was something called The Masked Man from Empire Comics. And 2 more books I got from Tony. Suicide Squad #19 and Detective Annual #3. So, Tony, thank you very much. I always appreciate the books that you send me, because you always put some thought behind them. And we've made 2 trades so far, and pretty much both times, maybe we did 3 trades, but at least 2 of them, you put your own spin on what you sent back, and it's pretty cool every time. Here's a book that I got from Midtown, the Spider-Gwen variant. As you guys know, I'm a big J. Scott Campbell fan, so I got that. This flipping case, and there's popping up again. Sorry, guys. The only reason why I keep it in the case, because if I don't, it shakes, because I got freaking shaky hands. Son of a bitch. Look at that. And I ain't redoing this because I've already reshot it once. There we go. Now I got some books in trade from Vin Crew. We got Wolverine number 55. I've seen this cover a while ago, and I've always liked it. And then he had another one up for trade, so this was the main book that I had requested from him. It kind of reminds me of like 70s horror type stuff, and I really like this book. I'm not a really big Wolverine fan, but I love the cover. He sent me some Adam Hughes stuff. We got Wonder Woman 158. And not an Adam Hughes cover, but Wonder Woman 162, which I didn't have. He knows that I'm a big Man-Thing fan, and he sent me Man-Thing number 20. I like this. It's got Spider-Man, Daredevil, The Thing, and Shang-Chi in there. And then Man-Thing 11 and Man-Thing 3. I want to say Man-Thing 3 is the first Fool Killer. Whatever. In any event, I needed all of those. And then he sent me one last book, Catwoman, number 58. A nice Zatanna cover. I might have picked up another one of these while I was waiting for the books to come in from Vin Crew. And so I'll find out if this is a double. I'll put one of them in for trade. So thanks, Mike. I always appreciate you working with me in trades. The next group of books that I'm going to show are some books that I got from a shop that a friend of mine at work told me about. It was about 45 minutes away from my house, but I wanted to check it out. It was a place called JC Comics, and it's the type of shop where you're not going to find any steals. I'm looking through his bins of his, he had a bin of books that just came in that he had purchased, or, they weren't in any particular order, this particular bin, and I had a pretty good clue there when I saw New Guardians number 2 for $15 in the bin. That's that Snowflame book. And, I can see asking $5 for it. Maybe it is worth $15, but I've never seen it go for that much anywhere. Every little key was priced, book price or eBay price. There was not a deal to be found. He even had a 50-cent bin. I did get something pretty cool out of the 50-cent bin. It was a 6-issue miniseries called Amazon's Attack. So I got issue 1. I like this cover, number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So they had some back issues of Batgirl. And, I guess I did find this for $3. This is a pretty popular book out of that series. I think it goes for a bit more than $3. I found some cool Adam Hughes covers. I found Lara Croft Tomb Raider number 32. Great Adam Hughes cover. And this was the best cover that second best cover I got there. I like this one a lot. The Tomb Raider Journeys starring Lara Croft number 1. Adam Hughes cover. It's kind of similar to the Catwoman book that I want to get. I forgot the issue number, but that's an amazing cover. The last book that I got there was Wonder Woman 199, and I've been looking for this issue for a while. I've always liked this cover. It's another kind of 70s horror-looking thing with the Executioner there, and yet another Wonder Woman bondage cover. He wanted $15 for it, and I asked him if he would take 10, and he says, no, I don't negotiate. My prices are my prices. You pay whatever I have on them, and that's it. It's not that this was a horrible deal, because the book's in good shape, but I'd like to haggle a little bit. He had some other books that I wound up putting back. He had the Captain America with the first appearance of Helmut Zemo. I wanted to get that, but it had the green ink across the top of it. He wanted $8 for it. I would have been happier paying $5, so I just wound up putting it back. It's a shop that I don't think I'll ever go back to, especially because it was 45 minutes away, and there was no real deals to be found there. But I did find, some books that I was looking for, like that Wonder Woman, and this Tomb Raider book. I was looking for this on my comic shop, and they didn't have it. Next are some books that I got from my local shop. So I got a run of Avenging Spider-Man for $8. He has some bins with some, like, he'll put runs together of certain titles, and he'll put them in a set bag, and he'll sell them. So I got this group of Avenging Spider-Mans, and I have a feeling that they've been there for a while, because this is a relatively hot book, and may still be a hot book. It's got some condition issues. I have a feeling these were books that he had on his wall at one point and they didn't sell. If you guys could see really close there, see my hand's shaking. So there's a crease there. And I had traded all these books to Fool Killer when we first started trading, because I really didn't have much to trade. And so I traded away my whole set of these to him. So now, when this book became popular again, I was like, damn it, I got to get it. So we got number 9, number 10, number 7, number 13, one of the Deadpool issues, and number 12, that's also another one of the Deadpool issues that's pretty popular, and number 11. So I got all those for $8. I think that was a pretty good deal. Condition issues or not, I was just glad to get those. I picked this up last week when I picked these up. Secret Origins number 10. And it's funny, when I went back to the shop yesterday, he had a huge stack of them. And this was a pretty hot book last week. They were sold out everywhere. I don't know if it was a short print or what, but he had a pretty big stack of them like this, but I didn't grab any more because it's got a $5 cover price, and I bought some other things. Picked this up in the dollar bins, and I'm pretty happy with this haul this week because I really got some decent books for a change. Green Arrow, Black Canary, number 15, first appearance of Cupid, or cameo appearance of Cupid. Submariner number 19, first appearance of Stingray. He had Darth Vader, the J. Scott Campbell variant for me. So I have Star Wars number 1 and Darth Vader's number 1, both J. Scott Campbell covers. But he didn't hold for me the Leia cover. I thought he was going to, since he sold me the other two, but he didn't have it. So I'll be now on the hunt for that. I didn't know how to feel about that, if I want to drop another $20 on a brand new book or not. But I made up for that in one of the next books I'll show you. So this is a book that I picked up for $1. Detective 583, first appearance of Scarface and Ventriloquist. That first shop that I had told you about had this same book there for $25 in their bin. And I had seen this book the week before at my shop for $1, and I passed up on it. And I said, oh, it's a cool Mike Mignola cover. And then when I got home, I found out it was first appearance of Ventriloquist. And then when I went to the shop, it was $25, and I was kicking myself even more. So I went back yesterday, and they had it for $1 still. And it's in really nice shape. The Harley Quinn variant of Harley Quinn, number 15. Guardians Team Up, number 1. Art Adams cover and interiors. I'm going to get him to sign that, I think. Red Sonja, number 100. This was an $8 book. And I think I would have liked one of the variant covers better. The one that's a takeoff of like the Coppertone ads or the subscription variant. I would have liked to have gotten them. Maybe I'll find them someday, maybe even less than $8. I haven't read that yet. I just picked that up yesterday. He didn't order for me originally. And my shop has some quarter bins, and you can get 5 for $1. So I was going through those, and I picked out Gen 13, number 16, J. Scott Campbell cover. This one's a double for me, number 12. I like that cover. I have that in a frame somewhere. And this one I think is also a double, number 14. I'll be putting some trade videos together soon. I know, like I said in my last video, some people wanted to know if I had any doubles of these, and I do. I found this for $1. This is an early appearance of Squirrel Girl. There she is. Great Lakes Avengers, 1 of 4. I found, and I'm hoping he's going to be the next Sleepwalker, but I found Darkhawk number 1 for $1. Another one for $1. And third one for $1. Unfortunately, none of them are newsstand variants. They're not, no bag, no board. They have a little bit of a spine roll to them, but I couldn't leave them there for $1 each. Who knows? He could be the next, Sleepwalker, or who knows, maybe appear in the Guardians of the Galaxy or something, because he did have some cosmic tie-ins with them. Dark Horse Presents number 34. And I thought this was the first appearance of Aliens, but it's not. 24 is the first appearance of Aliens. So I picked that up, number 34 and number 35. And the last book I grabbed from the quarter bins was Hawk and Dove, number 2, from a mini-series. And this is a book that I had seen in Vin Crew's video. It's Action Comics number 432. First appearance of that particular toy man. I forgot his name. It was only $3. I remember that toy man from the Super Friends back in the day. I had no idea he was in comics until recently. I thought he was just a character exclusive to the Super Friends. And then the last book I picked up, paid $20 for this book, and it's in really nice shape. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet to look at the back. I'm only hoping that the back is okay. And it's Batman number 179. Close look up on that. And Evan Leahy told me that this is the second Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. The spine's not bad for, black, totally black, almost black cover. The staples are intact. No tears, no creases. $20 for this book seems like a pretty good deal. I would rather pay $20 for that than $20 for the Princess Leia variant that I didn't get. So, when I went to the shop, I knew I was going to be spending $20 on something. And so I grabbed that. So that's our haul for this week. Believe it or not, I still have some trades in the works. Maybe next week those books will be in. Scott has got some books coming to me, and Evan Leahy's actually sending me some nice books, and I got a trade with Fool Killer and 1 or 2 other YouTubers that I'm working on. As always, thanks everybody for watching and subscribing and leaving comments, and until next time, everybody take care.